613. Your auto insurance rates, if they seem a bit high, it's because they're not a bit high. They're way too high. In fact, we're above the national average by well over 100%. This new study out of insurancequotes.com. To talk about how that happened and what we can do to bring it down a bit, we're joined by Ken Davidson. He's an insurance industry expert at eagleinsured.com is his website. Ken, great to have you here.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
I mean, the study blows you away when you see this. Michigan is the most expensive state for car insurance, but we're up 136% above the national average. No one even comes close to us. How did that happen?
I think a number of things contributed to that. This is a state, and there's only a few states in the industry that have what's known as an unlimited no-fault medical coverage or personal injury protection. And that basically, there's a surcharge to your policy generally that's outlined under the personal injury protection. And that basically says if you're in an accident, regardless if it's your fault, it's a no-fault state. And that means that your insurance company that insures you is going to pay for some damages regardless of who was at fault.
And we're the only state right now with this unlimited lifetime personal injury protection. Is it good then to be a Michigander, or is it really not worth the money we're paying?
If you're in an accident, I would say it's probably good if it's a catastrophic claim. I mean, it's up in like $500,000, and you can get paid for the rest of your life. But there's some other attributes, or things that contribute to that. Unlimited, no-fault personal injury is important, but Michigan has a very high number of unlicensed or uninsured drivers, uninsured motorists. So your insurance company is essentially paying for you. If you are hit by someone that doesn't have any insurance, your insurance company is going to pay for that person.
Right. In fact, the insurancequotes.com, their survey found that most of those uninsured drivers are in Detroit.
Yes, I did. I actually just read that. It's a just dramatic survey, but I mean, it's high. It's a high condensed, population, and so you've got a lot of drivers driving around there. But
do you think
interest rates are high?
Is that because the cost is so high? Is that why so many drivers in Detroit are not getting insured?
I couldn't tell you. My personal guess would be that yes. I mean, you've got there's your household, expenses.
Right.
Think about it. You have your home, your mortgage, you have your rent, either one of those. You have your car payment, and you have your insurance, whether it's a homeowner's insurance or auto insurance. And what are you going to get rid of? It's required to have it, but then again, some people may just realize, hey, I've got to cut something out. They're not going to do it.
Well, it's not going to be food, that's for sure. I'm talking to Ken Davidson. He's with eagleinsured.com, an insurance industry expert. So we have legislation now we're considering to make changes to our no-fault insurance law, but none of the changes include a real limit on rates. Do some states do that? Do they actually limit the rate numbers?
They do. There are certain states where you can only go a certain percentage, call it 10% above or below, and you have to file those rates, and you have to do it whenever you make any change to those, whether large or small. They have to be filed through the State Department of Insurance, and of course, insurance is all regulated by state, and it's not a national program. So there are so many different programs out there.
Well, the insurance companies they're probably not too pleased with these kinds of laws, are they?
Well, I think they are, and they probably aren't. The biggest thing is, with Michigan having, you've got the Michigan Catastrophic Claims Association. It's been around for 39, 40 years, and, that's a surcharge, again, that, you have to pay because of this no fault. But back in 1978, 79, I think that was $3, $5 all in for the auto insurance consumer to pay, and now it's up to $150. So you just tack that on. But there's a few things that people can do is they need to contact an independent agent and look at your homeowner's insurance and look at your auto insurance, because Michigan homeowner insurance is about 20% less than the national average. So if you combine those policies, you can take advantage of the overall expense.
So, I mean, what's been happening? If we're the last state with this unlimited no fault, is it just a matter of time before we're going to join everyone else in getting rid of this? Or?
My guess would be that is the goal, but there's a big deficit, and Michigan's trying to make up for that deficit, and then maybe when they get back to, a level playing field, or not really in the black per se, but just, even out, then hopefully they'll decide let's do that.
And part of the argument too here is that there's just a lack of transparency on the insurance company side. We just don't know exactly how costly it is on their end, and meanwhile, we're all paying through the nose for our insurance. Does that tend to be a problem?
It is, but I mean, you got to look at the insurance from their perspective, from the companies. They have to, for being part of this program, Catastrophic Claims Association. Every single policy that they write, they have to contribute. It's like a pool, and they have to put in money to that to make up for all of the excess claims.
Okay.
So, it's a business, yet they're there to protect you, but all these other variables are the ones that we discussed, are the ones that are contributing to the high rates.
Okay, really, so just getting rid of this structure, is that enough to bring rates down, or does it also require this other step of actually demanding limited rates in our law?
I think it's a combination of both. Again, the catastrophic claims is $150 a year, I think, on average for, policy. Mm-hmm. But if your insurance rates are $1,900, whereas you're in other states that are, looking at the same risk at $600-700 a year, there's some other things that need to happen. And I think it really involves, the state, the Department of Insurance, and working with the insurance companies to, come out with a win-win. Yeah,
so we're 136% higher than the national average on car insurance. Ohio, right next door, 33% less than the national average. Wisconsin, 28% less. So, I guess we really do stand out in the Midwest also. North Carolina, 41% less. All these states, do they typically have these laws that limit the rates then, or?
Yeah, in general, most of them do. Mm-hmm. But then you got to look out, if you live in Louisiana, you're in the top 5 for the highest homeowner insurance rates and for the highest auto insurance rates. So
get hit on both ends.
Yeah, exactly.
How is it our home insurance rates are 20% less than the national average?
It's all about geographic location. It's about weather. If you look at Texas, for instance, Texas is one of they're not in the top 5, but maybe the top 10 because we have hail, we have tornado. In other states, of course, like Louisiana, we've got, of course, hurricanes. Your top 5 actual homeowners rates, the highest ones are
weather-related.
It's catastrophic storms. Right. It's hurricane.
Well, we get these very cold spells. I guess that doesn't do too much damage, not to the houses, but
frozen pipes. But you've got auto accidents and things like that. But you guys, everybody in Michigan's prepared for that.
That's true. Well, we know how to drive in the winters too. That's the key. Ken Davidson, insurance industry expert. EagleInsured.com is the website. Ken, thank you so much.
Hey, I appreciate it.